I'm Michelle Carter, the Aaron Public Library Director, and welcome back to Cooking with the Carters. This Sunday we're making macaroni and cheese, and you can add anything special you might like, extra condiments and such. We like to add lobster, some seafood or shrimp, so hence it's lobster pasta. So this is my husband's recipe, so he's going to do most of the cooking today, and I'll be answering any questions as we go on. So we'll cook along with you, tell us what you're cooking, ask us any questions, and we're good to go.
Yeah, okay. All right, hi folks. I got a big pot of water boiling. It's about a gallon, and the biggest thing to give the pasta room to move around in there and cook. So I'm gonna dump the pasta and get the roux going. So let's get this. Give it a mix when you put it in, or it'll stick. And then you want a pinch of salt. Flavor that bad boy up. I'll give this a mix. Make sure it's not sticking. All right, that should be it. I'll check it in a little bit. Now for the roux, I got 3 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna start melting in a 5.5 quart saucepan. Do that slow. And then you'll need 3 tablespoons of flour. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. I always have trouble making roux, but we'll see. We'll see how this one goes. What else can I tell you? Yeah, we're gonna make lobster mac and cheese. I made some bacon this morning, so I'm gonna throw a couple pieces of bacon in there. And I saved the grease and put the grease in the breadcrumbs along with just a little bit of butter. So that's one step I did. This seems to be doing pretty good. Put that on there. Get this going. Yeah, you don't want to do this too hot. Just let it melt slow. And after it melts, we'll throw in the flour and get this going. I got the cheese already grated. What is it? 5 ounces of Asiago and 16 ounces of smoked Gouda we're using. So it's a pound. Is that a pound? Yeah, it's a pound of Gouda cheese, and then the Asiago. I think they taste pretty good together, but you know, you could use cheddar. Anything you shred off a block, you should use. Don't use the already shredded stuff because they put that anti-cake and stuff on it, and I don't know that.
So it's a soft cheese, honey?
Yeah, soft cheese, easy melting cheese. Yeah, cheddar's another one. The Goudas are good. Asiago gives it like a little punch, maybe, I guess you'd say. I don't know how to describe it, but those two work really, really well together.
This recipe is all about butter, cheese, and more butter.
Oh, yeah. And then the lobster I cooked about halfway with some, I like the Chef Paul's seafood seasoning. You could use Old Bay, but that's about half cooked, sitting in a pan, ready for when we're gonna make this. All right, I'm gonna let this cook out a little bit, I think.
As our niece says, you gotta have cheese, right, Sophia? Cheese. It's all about cheese.
And again, thanks for watching. This is very nice. It helps the library out, helps us out. You know.
And tell us what you're cooking. If you're cooking something special on this Sunday, share in our comments. Let us know.
Yeah,
ask
Michelle,
questions as we move along.
Michelle will field your comments or questions or whatever. You want to whisk this, it's going to get a little loud, but you want to keep this boiling. Or I mean, not boiling. You don't want it to boil, you just want to keep it mixed up for a while.
So this is the roux. What purpose does the roux do?
Oh, it's a thickener. It's like a glue, I guess you could say, with butter. But I'm going to cook this out just a little bit to try to get rid of some of that flour flavor. And then after that, we'll add 3/4 of a cup of milk. Oh yeah, and 3 cups of cream. 3 cups of cream, 3/4 of a cups of milk, and then the cheese. So basically, you want the milk mixture to melt the cheese. So that's what our goal is here. But
And a shout out to Dolores Strazer who just popped online. Thanks for watching, Ma. You can see our roux. So the roux is the butter melts, and then you mix that with the flour, and it becomes a thick paste. See how it's getting thicker.
Yeah, and the color will change a little bit too. I think you want like a light blonde. This will probably be good. So I'll make sure it's all good.
You don't want to cook it too long because then it's got like a burnt flavor, doesn't it, honey?
Yeah, it'll get burnt like that. Just keep this mixing. Don't take long. And same with the milk and with the liquid stuff. You don't want it to boil because if it boils, it'll thicken up. So don't let that milk mixture boil. You got to keep that mixing too. Let me check this pasta. See how good.
And a shout out to Nikki Hawkins who just joined the party. It's not quite time for cheese yet, Sophia. We're almost there.
That's not there yet. And you want to leave this kind of hard, al dente, whatever, but you know, because we're going to cook it in the oven on 350 for about a half an hour until it's bubbly and thick. So I'm going to turn the heat down on this.
So tell us what you guys are making for dinner this Sunday.
Start adding this stuff.
All right, so this is how many cups of cream?
3.
So now to the roux, you add 3 cups of cream.
3 cups of cream, and then the milk, that was a 1/4 cup.
3/4 cup.
Oh, 3 cups, sorry.
3/4 cup of milk.
Yep.
And you can see now it's just kind of frothy, but you're mixing it all in with the roux.
Yep, we gotta let this mix. Oops. Gotta let that mix.
And our pasta is boiling away.
Yeah, that should be ready soon.
Now, there's your cheese, Sophia.
That was the smoked Gouda, again, a pound, 16 ounces, and then 5 ounces of Asiago.
We'll post the recipe when we're done with the video in the comments so you guys have access to that. So basically, if you don't want to add special seafood or anything to it, you can just have mac and cheese with, how many different kinds of cheese are there, honey? 2?
Too many. I don't. Yeah, cheddar would be another favorite, I think.
But in our mix, it's
Gouda, yeah. It's
Gouda, and what's the other one?
Asiago.
Asiago.
All right, I'm gonna dump these noodles and run a little cold water over them.
All right, we'll keep an eye on the roux, which isn't doing too much right now. And the temperature on the roux is low.
Yeah, just real slow.
So I see hearts flying. Thanks for joining us, everybody. If you're cooking anything special this Sunday, let us know. If you have any questions about the mac and cheese process, let us know about that too.
Yeah, like I said, you just want to heat this up till it's warm enough to melt the cheese. That's how I do it. I don't know if that's the right way or not, but you know, just don't let it boil. That's the important thing. If it boils, it's thick, and you probably have to start over again.
In the oven, we have the actual thing that's almost done cooking.
I made one, yeah.
Or baking.
4 minutes, it'll be ready. You might have to pull that out.
All right.
Let's see where I'm at with this.
We have a backup camera person who can help.
You want me to pull that out?
Yeah, not yet.
No. Getting there. Still kind of cool.
Oh, you got a comment from your fan club, Christopher. You rock, Uncle Chris.
Oh man, all right. That's cool. I could only be one of 3 people.
So, honey, how long does it take to do this part?
It's just got, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 minutes maybe just to warm up. You know, like I said, don't want to get too crazy with this because it'll thicken up. So I'm just bringing it up slow. Couple minutes. But yeah, the other one will be ready soon.
So while we're waiting for Chris to finish the roux, the actual recipe for Chris's lobster mac and cheese, or as I like to say, lobster pasta, is 16 ounces of smoked Gouda, 5 ounces of Asiago,
Gee, I think
Asiago cheese, Asiago cheese. Please correct me. 4 small lobster tails, 4 slices of bacon. Oh, he's adding pepper to the roux. 16 ounces of pasta. We like to use the elbow macaroni.
Put some Cholula in there soon. After I get the cheese in there. If you wanted to spice this up, you could do your red pepper flakes, Tabasco, or anything. It's just up to your taste. But I think it needs a little spice, either being a pepper or some kind of hot sauce, just to kind of cut the richness a little bit. I guess that's what we do.
To continue the recipe, it's also a little bit of breadcrumbs, a little bit of bacon fat if you're going to add bacon.
Yeah, that was 1.5 cups of breadcrumbs for this I used.
3 cups of cream, 3/4 cup of milk, 5 tablespoons of butter, and about 3 tablespoons of flour.
Yep.
And a little bit of milk.
Yep. So now once this is melting, I start adding this. It's going to get real thick, so it'll take a long time to stir. Dear, you want to check the vat in the oven?
So you can see how the roux has thickened now.
It's still not warm. It's getting there.
And our assistant is going to take...
Yeah, take it out. This is the finished product because it's getting crunchy on the top and brown. Oh, look at that. See, it's all nice and bubbly.
Ooh.
And you're going to want to let that set a while before you cut in. It would probably run all over. But we'll do a taste test here in a few minutes. But that was 30 minutes at 350, and that's when I'll do this one on too. So
The test batch also didn't have anything added, no added seafood.
yeah, that didn't have any bacon or anything else in it. This is taking a while.
So how did you come up with this recipe?
Oh, well, I was eating mac and cheese, the box stuff with hot dogs in it, and the wife said, well, why don't you make your own? And I didn't really think about it, so I started looking at other recipes, and I don't know, this one looked good, and then we tweaked it a little bit, so yeah, just looking around. The box stuff, it's just a meal, I guess. It's nothing fancy, so, but this is pretty good.
We like to make this on holidays in the winter. It's the perfect
Oh yeah, this could be a
comfort
standalone meal
food,
or a
and
side.
it's almost cooled off enough to try.
So this was the same recipe, just cut down by a third. I just had to give you guys something to see. So that's exactly 1/3 of what we're gonna make now. Okay, this is starting to get hot, and I can see the steam coming off of it. So,
But it's not to boil.
no, you don't want it to boil. No boiling. No boiling. It'll boil in the oven like that one didn't get thick. So yeah, this is starting to get hot now. Alright, we could probably start adding the cheese a little bit. See if she's gonna melt.
So this is the Asiago cheese.
Yeah, I don't know how you pronounce it.
We don't know how to pronounce it, so help us, people. But a little bit at a time. You'll be able to use the whisk for a little while, but then you're going to have to
you'll have to
change to a big
maybe.
spoon. And we shredded the cheese earlier today and then just put it in the refrigerator to stay cool.
And shred it cold, it'll shred a lot easier. It'll shred a lot easier. But yeah, this will take a few minutes too. And like I said, don't let this boil. So I got this on just a real low heat simmering. The noodles are chilling out, and once this cheese is done, I'll throw in the lobster and the bacon, and we're off to the races. I'll dump it in that. It's a 9x13 pan that the white buttered. So you want to make sure you lubricate that bowl, or you'll never get this clean. And cheese just bake on there.
So you can see as you add the cheese,
Oh, yeah,
it
this is
gets
getting
thicker
way
and thicker.
thick, yeah. And I'll end up using the bigger pot for this to dump the cheese and mix all that up in there. I don't know if all the noodles and everything will fit in this one. This is yeah.
I think your heat is too low.
Too low.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's done. Yeah, this is melting pretty good. You know, like I said, we're gonna bake it too, so you don't have to get too crazy with melting all the cheese. All right, I'm gonna switch over to the spoon. Now you can see this is almost smooth. I mean, there's some left. So I'm gonna take the lobster, dump that in. Like I said, I did that about halfway, so it doesn't get tough. And I'll throw the bacon in there. Give that a mix.
Now, if you don't like seafood, you don't have to add it.
Oh yeah, you could probably use that flaked. What the heck is that stuff? The artificial crab meat. Yeah, that flake stuff.
Or you can just make the macaroni and cheese without the added seafood. And then, of course, if you add chicken, it's tetrazzini, I think.
Yep.
Or leave it all out and just have a really robust mac and cheese recipe.
Okay, I got the
So
mac and
here's
cheese.
our hot cooked elbow
Mac and cheese.
macaroni.
Yeah, I'm gonna break that up a little bit. And I'm gonna shut this bad boy off. Dump this in. It's thin, but it'll thicken up. That flour, once it starts to boil and cook in the oven, will be good. So we're gonna do that. Give this a mix. Oh man, this smells good. Yeah.
So inside we have lobster, bacon,
3
all
slices
our
of bacon.
cheese. Oh,
Alright, so I'm gonna dump this in here. Look at that, perfect. Oh, I forgot the Cholula. Oops. Sprinkle some Cholula in there now.
it adds a bit of kick. I'm telling you, people, I'm getting hungry.
We'll give that a mix, get that in there. I'll sprinkle the breadcrumbs in there. Oh, crap. Spilled some of them.
What do you think, Sophia? Is there enough cheese in there?
Sorry, folks.
What do you think, Harper?
It's slippery.
Mmm. Smell-o-vision is not here yet.
Okay, yeah. Like I said, bake this till it's brown on the top, and about half an hour. So.
You got to taste.
Oh, yeah. Hang on. Get this in there. All right, let's get a spoon here. Take that out. Nice and crunchy. Oh yeah. Look at that. See, it's not runny, it's perfect. Let's see how it tastes. I know I'm gonna burn my mouth. Perfect. Hot. Real good. That's all I got.
So thanks for watching, everybody, and have a great week. And tell us what you're cooking, and have a great day. Thanks for joining us. Bye.